I'm Amanda. Welcome to Vinyasa 2 Yoga. Today we're going to start with a little bit of pranayam to begin the class. So you can take a comfortable seat. You can sit like I'm sitting in Virasana, or you can sit cross-legged. I'm sitting on a block. Sit in a way that you can really have a back bend through your whole spine. So if you're feeling kind of slouchy, then maybe you even just sit on the edge of a chair, the edge of your coffee table, the edge of your bed or couch, so that you can really have length through your spine. And then we're going to take our arms and reach them all the way overhead. Make them into a wide V, and then turn your hands so they're making little cups to really be able to receive. And you can very, very lightly connect your tip of your ring finger to your thumb, still in the shape of a cup. So this contact just gives us a little bit more information of our hands in space. And then close your eyes. Spin your armpits toward your jaw so you feel a little broadness across your back. And then place the tip of your tongue right at your upper palate, right in between where your teeth begin and your tongue ends. So it's like pointing straight up to the ceiling, making its own little cup. And then we'll take a full breath in, full breath out, full breath in, full breath out. And once more, inhale, and exhale. And then we'll take another breath in, and then pump out 100 Kapalabhati breaths. Keep pumping so you really feel that your belly is really snapping back to push the air out with each exhale. And let this exercise, this breath work, really start to light a fire and start to kind of shake yourself up inside. So right away you become a chemist, you become an alchemist, you're able to change the state of yourself, you're able to change the chemistry inside of you just by virtue of the way that you're breathing. Keep it going for 20. And then reach your arms overhead, hook your thumbs, take a full breath in, hold your breath, hug your pelvic floor in and up, your low belly in and up. Just bottle all of this up inside of you. And then pop your cork, let it go. Take a full breath in and full breath out. Let it settle. Feel what you made. And then we'll reach our arms back up to the sky. This time grab opposite elbows overhead and settle your head into the frame of your arms. So usually when I take this position, I practice a breath called Breath of the Seasons, where each part of the breath is a different season. But today I'd like to invite a different image into mind, which is just to practice a breath of springtime. So I'll lead you through it, but we'll start with a simple count. So we'll inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold out for 4. So we'll start with just that. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold out. 3, 2, 1. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Out 4, 3, 2, 1, hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going with that count. And then perhaps you begin to layer on this imagery. So each inhale is like the stems of the plants growing, the buds starting to form on the flower. And at the top, when you hold the breath, the flowers burst open, the buds burst open. And then on your exhale, the wind blows through the trees and all the petals fall to the ground like confetti. And as you hold the breath out, you see that beautiful remnant on the ground, under the tree, in the gutter, on the street, on the sidewalk of the party that happened. And then inhale, the plant grows, it develops, it creates its fruiting body, its flower. As you hold, it bursts forth and exposes, seduces the bees, the butterflies, the bugs. And as you exhale, the petals rain down to the ground. And as you hold out, you see what's happened. All the petals on the ground. And then inhale, see the flower regrow. As you hold, watch it burst forth. As you exhale, the petals fall to the ground with the wind. And as you hold out, you see them on the ground still. And follow that imagery a few more times, and maybe you play with different flowers, different trees, different plants. The power of the imagination is such a powerful skill. And once more. And then release your hands to your lap. Let your shoulders relax. Maybe shrug them up and down for a moment. And then we're going to start to have a little nature confetti party with our breaths. You can imagine you are a tree and you're just starting to shake off all of your petals after fertilization, after pollination. So you can bring your hands onto your shoulders, elbows wide, and your elbows are going to stay as high as your armpits, and we'll let them sag down. So you have nice broad side view mirrors. And on your inhale, you're going to twist all the way to the left as far as you can go. And on your exhale, twist all the way to the right. And then inhale left and exhale right. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Keep it going. And you can keep your eyes open for this one if you want and see how far around yourself you can see. And maybe you can really see 360 around yourself. So you have 360 vision and you can see all the angles and all the perspectives. And when you can see all angles and all perspectives, you have so much more compassion for everyone else and their angles and their perspectives. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, arms all the way up. Hook your thumbs. Hold your breath. Take an extra sniff, extra sip. Bottle it up like you were a flower bursting forth, and then let your confetti fall. Full breath in. Full breath out. And we'll start to grow a little taller. So now interlace your fingers around your head. Squeeze your elbows together. This time you inhale right and exhale left. For this one, you can close your eyes. And then because you've pulled your side view mirrors in, you can go a little faster. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Take a full breath in. Hold it in. Extra sniff, extra sip. Bottle it up. And then pop your cork, let it fly. Let your petals fall to the ground. All right, last one. Arms all the way up. So now we get even higher. We're just raising our altitude so you can change our attitude. Flip your palms so they're facing away from one another, and then crisscross one arm in front of the other. And align your ears back with your biceps. And then we start with the same as the first, in to the left, out to the right. And now you can go even faster because you don't even have side view mirrors anymore. You have an antenna. And that antenna can send bleep bleeps out in all directions, and it can receive signals from all directions up there. So just keep spinning. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big breath in. Hold it in. Extra sniff, extra sip. Bottle it up. And pop it open. Release your hands to your lap. Take a few breaths here. And again, pause and feel what you've made, what's happened, what you've created. Okay, and then blink your eyes open. You can come into tabletop. And stack your shoulders right under your wrists, your knees right under your hips. Oftentimes we do get a little off track with that one, so check in with yourself and make sure you're really stacked so that the wave can travel through your spine and your legs can be sturdy. You find all of your toenails, so you grow those roots down, you get stable, and then inhale, round your back like a cat. And exhale, reach your heart forward for cow. And inhale, round, root through all of your toenails. Exhale, find your back bend, widen your collarbones. And then keep that going. And feel free to start to whip it up. So if you want to increase the rate of your breath and increase the rate of your cat and cow, so it becomes a different process, it changes you in a different way. And by trying both ways, you're giving yourself options. So you have the option to go fast and whip it up and kick your butt, but you also have the option to go slow and put on the brakes when you need a break. So do what you feel you need right now. Do you need to kick your own butt? Do you need to get it in gear? Put the pedal to the metal? Or do you need a nice, slow, steady movement? Keep it going for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to stillness. And then we're going to start to walk on our hands. So you're going to flip your right hand backward, and then lift your left palm, flip it backwards. And then right hand forward, and left hand forward. And you can see that I'm lifting my hand all the way to the height of the shoulder, so that I'm not just turning at the wrist, I'm turning from the collarbone and the armpit, so the whole arm gets involved. And then again, you can start to speed this up, really start to march on your palms and feel that you're really pumping energy from your hands all the way up the stems of your arms into your lungs and into your heart. Your thumb, your middle finger, and your pinky have energetic meridians that connect to your lungs, your heart, and the pericardium, the sheath around your heart. And then come to stillness, palms to the ground. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky. And then exhale, thread your right arm through and hover. And then inhale, reach your right arm up. And exhale, thread it through your left and hover. Good, inhale, reach it up. Exhale, thread it through, lay your right arm down. Lengthen your neck and then lay your right cheek down. And then take your left hand to your sacrum or your right hip crease. And use that to open your left collarbone. And then maybe turn your neck so you can see the ceiling. And then come back to center. Both hands to the ground. And now we'll lead with the left hand. So your left hand flips backward, your right hand flips backward. And start to move that at your own pace, whether it's fast or slow. So it really feels like you're pumping. Like you are really opening up the channels for bigger breaths, more space for your heart to feel, to be, to beat. And then come back to center. Reach your left arm up to the sky. And then exhale, thread your left arm through. And inhale, reach your left arm back up. And exhale, thread it through. Once more, reach it up. Exhale, thread it through. Lay the arm down. Lengthen your neck. Bring your right hand to your sacrum or to your left hip crease. And then use that to open up your right collarbone. Maybe turn your neck. So here we have a level pelvis and the twist coming from the bottom ribs up. And that's what we really want in all the twists. We want our sacrum, our pelvis to be sturdy and stable. And the twist is in the torso and the neck. And release your hands to the ground. And we're going to find our third hand. So you're going to interlock your fingers to the webbing and place that interlocked situation right under your heart. So you're still on tabletop. And then we'll start to find our cat and cows again. But now we have a third hand. So your right hand is the hand that handles the world. It's how you build skills, how you exercise your creativity. And by virtue of building those skills, you can trust yourself to handle the world. Your left hand is the hand that handles your heart and your feelings. It's how you take care of yourself and nurture yourself and listen to what's going on inside. And your third hand is you mediating those. How does it feel to be in the world? And how does what's going on in the world feel in your heart? And how can you make sense of it all? What feels good? What's not serving you? And keep it going for 5. And then uninterlock your hands. Just 2 more moves on our hands and knees here, building up to what we'll do in plank pose. So we're going to find the same flip through our arms, but we're going to make it a swim. So you're going to swim your right arm forward, all the way back, and put it down backwards. Swim your left arm forward, all the way back, and put it down backwards. Swim your right arm back and up, put it down forwards, and your left arm back and up, put it down forwards. Right arm up and back, put it down backwards. Left arm up and back, put it down backwards. Right arm forward and up, put it down forward. Left arm forward and up, put it down forward. We're going to do that twice more, leading with the left. Left hand up and back, put it down backwards. Right arm up and back, backwards. Left arm back and up, forwards. Right arm back and up, forwards. Left arm up and back, backwards. Right arm back and up, backwards. Left arm, forward. Right arm, forward. All right, plank pose. First, march. Hands back, hands forward. Hands back, hands forward. Leading with whatever hand. And then press pause and switch, so you lead with the other. Starting to light a fire in that belly. And then come back to plank pose. Take a full breath in. Exhale, lower all the way to the ground. But use your finger claws to pull yourself forward into cobra. And then exhale, lower down. Inhale, pull yourself forward and up. And exhale, lower down. Once more, pull it forward and up. Exhale, lower it down. And then your choice, you can press the plank or to a table and back to downward facing dog. And then in your down dog, so that you don't get too tired out in the wrists, shift your weight toward the finger pads. So feel that a piece of you is moving from your armpit down to the tips of your fingers. And a piece of you is moving from your armpit up into your sit bones. Feel that length and that space and breathe into it. And then come back to plank pose. There's one more little challenge here. So if you need to drop your knees, you can do that and you'll come all the way back to table. But we'll try it in our plank first. So we'll take that swim. Right arm up and back. Put your hand backwards. Left arm up and back. Put your hand backwards. Right arm forward. Left arm forward. Right arm back. Left arm back. Right arm forward. Left arm forward. Now lead with the left. One more round, leading with your left. Come back to your plank pose, take a full breath in. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Inhale, pull yourself through to cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, pull it forward and up, cobra. Exhale, lower. Once more. And then again, press yourself up to table, up to plank, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. And again, in your down dog, put your mind's eye in your armpit. And then a piece of you goes down through your finger pads. And then the other piece of you goes from your armpit up through your sit bones. So your sit bones become the highest point. And then look forward and step, hop, or float your feet to your hands. When you get there, find ragdoll. Get off your hands, maybe grab opposite elbows, or interlace your fingers around your neck. And keep your knees as bent as you need. And then release your hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine, look forward. Exhale, fold. And do that twice more, really emphasizing the back bend, like you were in cow pose. Exhale, fold. Once more, lengthen, back bend. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, rise all the way up, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. You're gonna reach your arms all the way overhead. Turn your palms away from one another, cross your wrists, connect your palms, and this time interlock your fingers so you make this crisscross fist. And then reach up and over to the left. And then come back to center, reach up and over to the right. And then come back to center. You're gonna reach your arms forward, flip your fists inside out, and try to re-straighten your arms. It's kind of hard, it's good for your wrists. And then flip it all the way back up to the sky. And we'll do that twice more, flipping the wrists inside out, and then up. Once more, inside out, and then up. And then release your hands behind your back, interlock them once again, and open up across your chest. Feel like you're a flower showing off your petals, seducing all the bugs and birds and butterflies. And then bend your knees. Sit your hips back. So now from the back of your knee, reach your sit bones back. And from the back of your knee, reach down into your feet so your legs are sturdy. And then start to fold all the way over yourself. Connect your torso to your thigh and punch that fist up to the ceiling. And then release your hands to the ground. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, plank pose. From your plank pose, downward facing dog, bend your knees, and then inhale to plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Keep it going so you're pumping again, and you're pumping with your legs, and your back stays in a back bend. So you keep looking forward the whole time. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Stretch your seat up away from your armpits. And then look forward. Step, hop, or float your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big breath, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, reach your arms back up. This time, flip your palms, put the other wrist in front. Reach up, over to the right. Round yourself forward and over to the left. Find a back bend, over to the right. Round it forward, over to the left. One more. And then switch the direction over to the left and around. One more. Back to center. Reach your arms forward. Flip it inside out and back up. Forward, inside out and back up. One more. And then release your hands behind you. Interlock your fingers with the weird thumb in front. And again, pop open your lungs like they were a beautiful flower, a beautiful tree. Your lungs are shaped like an upside down tree. And bend your knees, sit your hips back. From the back of your knee, reach out through your sit bones. And from the back of the knee, reach down through your feet. And then start to drape yourself over your legs. And then gently release your hands to the ground. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, plank pose. And then from your plank pose, back to down dog. Stretch your seat up. All right, from here, you're gonna keep your right hand on the mat. Bend your knees a lot. Put your left hand on your back, palm face up. Look at your right thumb and straighten into plank, and then back to a dog. Straighten into plank, back to a dog. 3 more. So we're using the weight in the right hand to pump the right lung. And then come back to down dog, put your left hand down, put your right hand on your back, palm face up. Look at your thumbs, keep your back bend, shift it forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. 2 and 1, downward facing, full breath in, full breath out. Once more. And then step, hop, or float it up. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big breath, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach your arms up. Grab your elbows. Keep pulling your elbows up as you sit down into chair pose. And feel the effort from the back of the knee. From the back of the knee, reaching out through your sit bones. From your armpit, reaching up through your elbows. From your armpit reaching down through your sit bones. And reach your arms to the sky. Sweep them behind you, interlock your fingers, big breath in. Exhale, fold in half. Full inhale. Full exhale. Lower your hands to the ground. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back. And lower your left knee to the ground, untuck your left toes. And you're gonna take your right hand and flip it backwards so that the pinky heel of your right hand touches the pinky heel of your right foot. And then you're gonna start to make circles with your knee around your heel. And because your knee is in your armpit, it's gonna help your shoulder make circles around the wrist. So really let your arms soften now and let your leg be the driver. So it's almost like your knee keeps broadening your right collarbone. Soften through your shoulders and let it happen. And then come to stillness. Reach your arms wide again. And make sure your right knee's at 90. On the ball or on the top of your left foot, find all of your toenails and then lift your left knee up. And then to make it easier, flick your tail to the sky. So you have less weight in the pelvis. And look forward like you were trying to back bend over your own thigh. And then lower your left knee to the ground. Inhale, look forward. And then exhale, shift your hips back. Inhale, rock it forward. And exhale, shift it back. Once more, rock it forward. Exhale, shift it back and stay. Stay connected as best you can, thigh to chest, knee to armpit. And again, try to flick your tail like you were finding cow pose. And you're gonna take your hands over to the outside of your right leg. Your left hand can stay right here with the forearm connected to the outer shin, or for a challenge, your left hand can hold the pinky toe side of your right foot. Super important to keep the weight on your left shin and your left toenails. Look forward. Bring your right hand to your sacrum. And then start your twist, opening your right collarbone. It's like a modified twisted triangle pose. And it's hard to balance either way. Keep opening the collarbones. Lengthen your crown of your head away. So don't look back. Look forward. And then let that go. Frame your leg again. Tuck your left toes and hover your left knee. And then shift forward into your right foot. Reach your arms forward, lift your left leg up. So you notice your right leg's really bent. Your right leg's in chair pose. And then can you find a back bend? Because you bend the right knee. And then put your left foot down to meet your right foot. Fold in half. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big breath, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. And reach your arms to the sky. Grab your opposite elbows, settle your head inside the frame of your arms. And then again, from your armpit, reach up through your elbows. And from your armpit, drop down through your sit bones. From your back of your knee, reach out through your sit bones. From the back of your knee, reach down through your feet. So your whole body turns on, you are embodied. And then reach your arms up, big breath in. Sweep them behind you, find your interlock. Inhale. Exhale, fold in half. Take a full inhale here. Full exhale. And then release your hands to the ground. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back. And lower your knee to the ground. Untuck your toes. Flip your left palm backwards so the pinky heel of hand and foot touch. And then you'll start to make those circles with your left knee around your left heel. And with the connection of your knee and your armpit, your shoulder circles your wrist. But let the leg be the driver. The arm is just along for the ride. So you give yourself a break here. You take some burden off of your shoulders so you can shoulder less burdens. And then come back to stillness. Widen your hands. Make sure your left knee's at 90. Find all of your right toenails and lift your right knee. Good. And then flick your tail to the sky. Look forward. Find a back bend. And lower your right knee to the ground. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, shift it back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, shift it back. Once more, forward. And back. And stay back there. Again, try a back bend. Try to lengthen your spine and flick your tail. Your left leg doesn't have to be straight. It actually, you might even get more stretch in the hamstring if you keep the knee bent, but pull the hip crease away from that bent knee. And then walk your hands over to the outside of your left leg. You can keep your right hand crossed, forearm to shin, or grab the pinky side of your left foot. Weight in your right leg, in your right shin, and all your right toes. That'll help you. And then look forward, because that'll help you too. Left hand to your sacrum. Start to turn. Keep looking forward. Keep weight in your right leg. Can you get your left collarbone to stack on top of your right? As you look forward, find your back bend. And your twist. All your right toenails like little roots. Go ahead and then let that go. Frame your leg again, tuck your right toes, hover your knee, and then shift back into the left foot and keep it going. Hands wide. Left knee bent. Reach through your right leg, reach through your sternum. Find your back bend. And then step your right foot down to meet your left foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big breath, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, you're gonna keep your feet hips width distance apart. And to measure that, you can bend down and put two fists between your arches. And then we'll stay low. Bring your hands to your heart. And either your right elbow can come in between your knees to twist, or your right hand can come in between your feet. And you'll really bend your knees and squeeze your arm with both knees. And then your left hand can be at your sacrum, or it can be straight up to the sky. And keep hugging your right knee into your right shoulder to help you twist. One more breath. And then fold in half. Inhale to lengthen. And then plant your hands and step your left foot back. Again, lower your left knee to the ground. Untuck your toes. This time you're going to plant your right hand inside of your right foot. And you can flip it backwards again if you like. So now the thumb heel of the foot and the hand are touching. Stay on the left toenails. So we're using those as roots to teach us some balance. Bring your left hand to your sacrum. Good, look forward. And then use your right knee in your shoulder to turn you. Keep bumping your left hip over to the left as you open your left collarbone up, maybe your left arm up. And look forward. Your head is a heavy counterweight. And reach your left hand back to the ground. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, and reach your right arm up for a twist. Good. From here, come onto your left fingertips. Hug your legs, rise all the way up, and then back bend. Right hand to your thigh, left arm up to the sky. And then turn it around for warrior two. Spin your left heel down. Inhale, revolve, reach it up and back. And then exhale your hands to the ground. Sweep your right leg up and back. Stack your hip, bend your knee. But lift your left armpit up. And feel free to flip it all the way over into a wild thing. And then come back to downward facing dog. Bend your knees, stretch your seat up. And then look forward, step or float your feet up. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, separate your feet, hips with distance. Sit down into your chair. Left elbow inside your knees or left hand. Hug them together. Bring your right hand to your sacrum. Hug your left knee in as you turn your right collarbone open, maybe your right arm up. And let that go, fold in half. Inhale to lengthen, and then step your right foot back. Lower your right knee back to the ground. Plant your left hand inside of your foot, palm face forward or palm face backward. And then use the contact of your arm and your leg to help you. Right hand to your sacrum, find all your right toenails. Push your left knee into your left collarbone or left shoulder blade to open up, pressing your collarbone forward. But keep opening your right side, bump your right hip to the right as you hug the left knee in. So those two actions together is what creates stability. And then swim your right arm down. Tuck your right toes, lift your knee, and reach your left arm up. And you bring a back bend all the way into your upper back. Turn your neck. Come onto your fingertips. Get sturdy in your legs as you rise all the way up. Make it a back bend. Reach your right arm up to the sky. And then swivel it around for warrior two. Inhale, revolve. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Sweep your left leg up and back. Stack your hip, bend your knee. Lift your right armpit up. You can stay here or shift forward and flip it into wild thing. Open up across the whole front. And then back to downward facing dog. And look forward and step, hop, or float your feet up. Keep them hips with distance apart. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big breath, rise all the way up. And exhale your hands to your heart. We're gonna go right back to where we were just before and add on. Bend your knees, hinge at your hips. Bring your right hand inside your foot. Left hand can come to your sacrum, back up to the sky, or it can come to your right hip crease and help you in a half bind to open that left collarbone. Or full bind your right arm under your leg. But after you get that, realign your knees so they both point forward and they're both parallel. And turn your torso. So let your legs be real sturdy. Don't let them be a part of the twist. Let them be your foundation from the twist. And then let it go. Come back to fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, step your left foot back. This time, stay really high on the ball of your left foot with your right knee bent. Bring your hands inside your foot for lizard pose. And for this lizard, flick your tail. So we bring it into the back of this right thigh. All right, from here, come onto your fingertips. Start the process of straightening your right leg. Stay high on the ball of the back foot for this. So again, we're going for some balance challenges. Walk your hands over to the left. You can keep your fingertips on the ground, plant your palm on the ground, so your forearm and your shin touch in a little crisscross. Then bring your right hand to your sacrum. Bring it into a back bend. Again, stay high on the ball of your left foot. So it's a variation of revolve triangle. And being on the ball of your left foot is going to give you a left butt. It's going to give you a back bend and a better twist. Better vision. And release your hands to the ground. Lower your left knee to the ground. And shift your hips all the way back. And sit inside your left foot. And that might mean you sit on a block or a pillow inside your left foot. And then plant your right foot on the ground so it's in line with your left knee. Bring your hands behind you, fingers facing your toes. Find all your left toenails. Puff up your chest, and then lift your hips up. And then sit yourself back down. Come forward. So again, you can keep sitting on this block, you can sit on the ground. You're gonna take your right elbow just inside of your right knee. Bring your left hand to your sacrum and twist the other direction. Keep pressing your knee into your elbow and your elbow into your knee. And then look forward. We're gonna balance on the right leg. Walk your hands forward. Your knee fits in your armpit. Lift your left leg up. Find your back bend. Maybe as you reach forward with your heart, you sweep your arms back to wrap your hands around your ankles. And pull your heart through toward the front rather than in toward your leg. Keep reaching out through your left foot, left leg, so strong. Pull your heart through, bend your right knee. Then release your hands, step your left foot down to meet your right foot. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big breath, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good, last little set here. Bend your knees, sit all the way back. Left hand inside your foot. Right hand to your sacrum. Right hand to your left hip crease. Or full bind with the arm around your leg. And if you took you out of it, get back in your legs, bend them a lot. So your knees are parallel to each other. They're even front to back, left to right. and your twist is in the spine. Good, gently let that go. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, step your right foot back. Good, stay long and wide. So you're in lizard. Separate your hands to plank pose inside of your foot. And then flick your tail to the sky. Reach your heart forward. Breathe into the left lung, the left lunge, the back of the left leg. And then come onto your fingertips. Start that process of straightening the left leg. Stay high on the ball of your right foot. And walk your hands across your left leg. You can come onto your fingertips or plant your palm. Connect your arm and your leg because that's going to give you contact and leverage. Bring your left hand to your sacrum. Bring your heart forward. Make it a back bend. Then turn. And maybe add your gaze. And then you stay high on the ball of your right foot to give yourself a right butt. Lift your right butt up. Bring your right lung through. Ooh, let that go. Bend your left knee, lower your right knee down, and then we'll shift it all the way back. Perhaps you sit on something inside your right foot. It's one of my favorite poses, but it's hard and juicy. Left foot in line with your right knee. This time, if you like, you can keep your hands forward or flip them backward, just a different stretch for your wrist and your collarbones across your chest. Find all of your right toenails. Lift your hips up. Breathe into the front of your hips, the front of your thigh. Push into your palms, pop open your lungs. And then sit back down. Lift yourself up. Hook your left elbow inside of your left knee, just the tip of each. Right hand to your sacrum, so you still stay tall. You're not crunched. And then use the elbow in the knee in the elbow to give you traction to twist. Feel the whole left foot and all of your right toenails. And then come back to center. Balancing on the left leg, stretch yourself across your thighs so you have that contact. Lift your right leg up. The more you bend your left knee, the easier it gets. Look forward, bend your left knee. Grab around your ankle if you've got that. Hug your inner legs together. Pull your heart through. And release your hands. Step your right foot down to meet your left foot. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big breath, rise all the way up, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Bring your hands to your hips, maybe to your fake pockets back there, and press your hips forward. Lift up. It's like a standing camel. Lift yourself back up, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, lengthen. And then plant your hands, step it back to plank. And from your plank, lower all the way to your belly. Okay, so we'll take one belly down back bend here. Your choice. You can find any variation of locust pose. Lift your legs, your chest, your head, your arms. Maybe you interlock your hands. Or find full Dhanurasana. Grab your ankles. Kick your feet back. Hold here for 5 breaths. Lift the antenna at the top of your head up to the sky. And then slowly let that go. Release your legs. Shake out your hips a little left and right. You're gonna find one more back bend, a camel pose, but we're gonna start it from a seat. So when you're ready, you can press back to sit on your knees or on your shins. And you can sit like this. You can tuck your toes and start like this, whichever one works better for you. And then you're gonna hold on to your heels with your hands. And already find your back bend. Hug your elbows back, pop your lungs forward. So your back is already in camel pose, you just have to add the hips. So that requires that power in the shins that we found earlier. Root down through all of your toenails. Press down through your shins, and then press your hips forward and through. Strong, straight arms like pillars. And then to come out, you're gonna press rewind. Keep your back bend. Sit back, so you're back in your back bend. And then drape yourself all the way forward into child's pose. Take a few breaths into the backside. And then unroll yourself. Bring your legs forward. Come all the way onto your back. Stack your shins. Open your arms to a T. Take a breath in. And then exhale, drop your knees to the right and hover, hug your low belly in. And then inhale it back to center. And exhale, knees to the left and hover. Back to center. To the right and hover. Back to center. To the left and hover. Once more through center. Exhale to the right and stay there. 3 deep breaths in your spinal twist. And then use your belly strength to lift you back up and over to the left. And 3 deep breaths here. And use your belly strength to bring you back to center. Give yourself a little hug, maybe a happy baby pose. And if you can, give yourself a few more minutes. Settle yourself down into Shavasana. I'd like to stay here and hold you accountable to that. A lot of times we feel that we need to rush away, but maybe you can give yourself 2 more minutes of rest. If you need to go, farewell. Otherwise, lay down, get comfy, take a big breath in, and out through your mouth. Get a deep breath in, and sigh. Once more. And then let go, that conscious control. Let it move in and out naturally. Soften away from your efforts and listen to that truth in your heart. See all the petals of confetti flickering down to the ground. Each one a little memo to soften, release, let go. It's all part of life. It's time to come back. Unless you have more time to stay, please do. Otherwise, take a deep breath in. Full breath out. Reconnect that conscious breath in and out through your nose. Allow your body to inflate, to swell up with life, with the inspiration of your inhale. Each inhale like the growth of a plant, and each exhale it's bursting forth, petals fluttering. You put your feet on the ground, feel the connection, the groundedness, your tenacious roots, determined will to be here. As you're ready, come back to a good seat, perhaps the same one we began with, sitting up really tall so your spine feels effortless and free up there. And then bring your hands to your heart and take a moment for gratitude. Feel it for yourself, your body, your breath, your mind, your spirit. And send that gratitude down into every cell. And we'll share it with each other and with the world through the sound of Om. So you can imagine you've opened up a window and you're singing it out so we can all hear it together. Create a symphony. Take a full breath in. Thank you so much for sharing yourself, your space and time. Namaste. Thank you everyone who joined. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Eastern time, and I'll also be having a workshop hosted by YogaWorks on Saturday, April 25th from 6:30 to 8:30 Eastern time. It's a workshop rooted in traditional Chinese medicine theory. So we'll be doing yoga, pranayama, and journaling related to all of the concepts of spring and the wood element. So you can check that out at yogaworks.com, and I hope to see you soon. Namaste.